I am so not excited for Toy Story 5. Let me explain why.
I don't want to play with you anymore.
What's up, guys? Welcome back to my channel. Make sure you hit the subscribe button below for more pop culture content in your feed. Let's get into it. Okay, so over the weekend, D23 happened. It's like a Disney expo where they talk about all their upcoming projects, movies, TV shows, and everything across all of their brands, whether it be Marvel, Disney, Pixar, Star Wars, all of it. It all comes out. And I'm gonna have a few videos on some of the news that came out, but this first one is on Toy Story 5, which I think sounds absolutely horrible.
That's the most horrible thing I've ever heard.
And I'm going to preface this video by saying I understand that this movie is for a new generation of children, and I totally get that, but as someone who grew up with Toy Story, I still feel like I have a right to complain and be angry about it in this video.
Can't you just use this recent photo?
Seriously though, I've talked a lot about how when Toy Story 4 was announced, I thought it was almost like an insult to Toy Story 3, which was the perfect send-off and finale for this film franchise.
You're the snake in my boot.
We all know Toy Story 3 just ended so perfectly, nothing ever needed to be done again with the Toy Story IP, but of course there is always this challenge of money and creative integrity, right? Where there is money to be made, there are sequels to be made. And I even talked in a recent video about how the overwhelming success of Inside Out 2, I'm pretty sure it is the highest grossing animated film of all time at this point. I could be wrong. Pixar was definitely going to greenlight a lot of sequels. When Toy Story 4 did come out, I went to see it, and I actually thought it wasn't that bad. In fact, the ending to that movie almost felt as profound as the ending to Toy Story 3, where Woody and Buzz finally decide to go their separate ways, and Woody goes to live a life as a toy nomad with Bo Peep.
To infinity and beyond.
It was pretty emotional, and to be honest, I think it did justify its existence, even though I haven't gone back to revisit it since. But like Toy Story 4 almost undid the ending of Toy Story 3, Toy Story 5 might as well be dancing on the grave of Toy Story 4.
Dance with me, Lois. Dance the dance of life.
In this concept art sneak peek of Toy Story 5, we literally see that Woody is back with the gang, meaning the entire ending of Toy Story 4 was completely pointless.
Hey pal, you just blowing from Stupid Town?
I'm sure they will have a reason that this happens and they'll try to explain it, and I'm sure it'll be fine. But it is kind of annoying that that poignant ending of Toy Story 4 now just gets undone as Woody reunites with the gang again.
What are you doing here?
What?
Am I crazy? Or didn't you quit?
The other thing that I think sounds so cliche about the movie is the premise that it is going to be toys versus tech. Seriously, this has been done to death. I mean, look at Wreck-It Ralph 2, which was really bad, which was pretty much about how the internet is killing traditional arcades and gaming and stuff.
Wi-Fi is the internet, which is an online community where human beings go to shop and play games and socialize.
The Incredibles 2 also had a main villain called the Screenslaver, who was annoyed at everyone for being too involved in their screens and using technology too much and not seeing the real world.
Ever ravenous consumers who can't bring themselves to rise from their couches, break a sweat, and participate in life.
And I hazard a guess that the plotline for Toy Story 5 is going to be that kids aren't playing with toys anymore, they're too busy on their iPads and phones and whatever else kids do these days.
The kids, they listen to the rap music, which gives them the brain damage. With their hipping and the hopping and the bipping and the bopping.
And once again, Woody and co will have to deal with this existential threat and their almost redundancy as toys.
I can't stop Andy from growing up, but I wouldn't miss it for the world.
As well as that, we found out that the villains are going to be an army of Buzz Lightyear toys, which actually kind of reminds me of the original scrapped Toy Story 3. The plan for that was that Buzz Lightyear toys were recalled because they were faulty, and I think there was supposed to be a big group of Buzz Lightyear toys as villains in some way. Of course, that movie never happened because we ended up getting the real Toy Story 3, which was a blessing. But overall, I don't feel even remotely excited for this movie, even though I know for a fact that I'm definitely going to see it, and to be honest, I probably will like whatever they do. And you know what? As long as Tom Hanks and Tim Allen return as the voices of Woody and Buzz, I'll probably be pretty happy. I've always really liked the almost comfort that both of their voices bring to those characters.
You are a toy! You weren't the real Buzz Lightyear, you're an action figure!
And as a Disney and Pixar and animation nerd, at the end of the day, I guess I'm just grateful that they're still making movies. I would have loved for them to have given maybe Monsters, Inc. another shot, or even like A Bug's Life, but Toy Story just prints the money, and they're going to keep making stuff out of this franchise pretty much forever, unless we stop going, which I'm definitely not. Whew, thank you so much for watching another video, guys. What do you think about Toy Story 5? Do you think it's going to be good? Let me know in the comments below. I will put some of my opinions down there as well. Also, I would love for you to check out my podcast. It is called 20th Century Boy. You can listen. It'll be on the screen, possibly here, possibly here. I also do a blog about being a millennial, having anxiety and pop culture. That is also in the description below. And if you like my videos and you enjoy them, jump on my Patreon, chuck me a couple of dollars. It would mean the world to me. It costs a lot to keep the lights running here, and I am just sort of doing this as a hobby on the side. So thank you so much for watching, guys. That is pretty much it from me. I will see you in another video. Make sure you hit the subscribe button and stay tuned. My name's been Radio Mike. This has been The Inside of My Mind. I'll catch you later.